What if I told you that your passion would not only be limited to the job that you do? Will you believe me? Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Game Changers podcast. My name is Quinn Tegis, and it's my pleasure, as always, to have you here. My guest today is a young lady who is a nurse by profession, but what she does on the side might very well be her ultimate passion. Her name is Rema Fontenelle, and it is my privilege to introduce her to you. Hello, Rema.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I am okay. What about you?
I'm doing great, man. Happy to have you here. When I got the suggestion to have you on, and I look at your content on YouTube and spent some time reading your blog, I said, okay, for sure, I must have her on here. And I look forward to having a conversation with this person.
Well, I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel and my blog,
Oh,
first
definitely.
and foremost.
Definitely.
And
Of
thank you
course,
for
of
going
course.
for it.
Great. Great. So let's begin the interview by you telling the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am Rema Fontenelle, but my celebrity name, should I say my popular name on social media is Sonson. That is REEMS SONSON. And Rims is basically my house name, my nickname. So I was born on October 12th. I hold a master's degree in public health and I am a nurse by profession. So I love to dance, I love to sing, I love to go out and have a good time, and I love traveling and cooking and eating, of course.
All right. All right. You seem to, be a woman of many passions, I should say.
Indeed, I am.
Great. Okay, so you mentioned that you are a nurse. I like to get into people's why. As in, why did you become a nurse? What's the background behind that?
Well, from a tender age, I always had the desire to take care of people, and there was an accident. I think it was in 2009, thereabouts, 2008, close to my home, and 4 people died. So
Oh,
thereafter, when I saw the bodies on the road, I was like, I really need to go into healthcare. But initially, I wanted to become a doctor. But I settled for a nurse, and hmm, now that's it. I don't want to be a doctor anymore. So that's why I went into nursing, just to take care of people. And because of what I saw on the road, I just felt like I could have contributed to the betterment of my country and just help individuals indeed. So
interesting. So you mentioned that you don't want to be a doctor anymore. Any reason why?
it just takes up your entire life. I mean, as a nurse, I find sometimes I hardly have time for myself. I am always so tired. I would miss out on a lot of family activities because I mean, it's a shift system.
Right.
So to become a doctor, that's even worse. Your time is not your own because working in healthcare basically it's a selfless act. You have to give all of yourself. It's a self-sacrifice. It will just become too much. And right now, my aim is to settle down and have a family. And to become a doctor right now, it will take up all of that opportunity.
Got you.
Hmm.
Makes sense. All right. So I know you're also into content creation. So where did the content creation come in? I mean, you were a nurse, and then suddenly you start creating content. How did that come in?
I started blogging in 2019 in September. I was at my home. I was a little down from work. Basically, I was stressed out. And going through my computer, I saw I had so many pictures of St. Lucia, the various places I had already visited. And I was like, but I love writing. So why not show my pictures and then discuss the background? And that's where blogging started. And I have been doing it ever since.
Got you. Um. So did you choose your topic or your inspiration behind blogging? Did that happen by accident, or was it always something that you were interested in writing about?
Well, for me to blog, it is something that it's within me. The topic will
Okay.
come all of a sudden. Like I will just be there and I'll be like, so what exactly should I blog about? By the way, my blog is ourtropicalliving.com.
Right.
So, and the YouTube channel is Sonson. And I would just blog about places to visit in St. Lucia, things to do, basically the history of St. Lucia and my personal life and just the lives of the people around me. So it's not something I would just decide to do all of a sudden. It would come to me. It's like a calling, should I say, or an
Got you.
inspiration.
Interesting. All right. So you mentioned how your blog started, but what was the inspiration behind the YouTube channel? Why YouTube?
I love speaking. I love
Okay.
having conversations with people. And to me, YouTube is a way of actually talking to my audience and just trying to discuss the various places I visit and at least to showcase that instead of just writing and watching pictures. You know, with this new era, it's all about scrolling through your phone and watching videos. So I decided to go into vlogging instead of just blogging.
Interesting. Yeah, and I know, like in this digital age, like people are more interested in watching videos than reading. I mean,
Yes,
I still like to read, but like generally speaking, people will gravitate more to videos. So I see that's why, well, part of the reason why you
yes.
decided to start the YouTube channel. Now, you mentioned that you are a nurse. Now I know, and you've also said that it can be a stressful job. It can be very demanding. But how do you find the balance between being a nurse and creating content?
Well, sometimes even when I'm at work, I would have a topic cross my mind, so I would quickly write it down. And throughout the course of the day, I would get little hints as to what to discuss. So the balance is like it just flows. There is no
Okay.
balance per se because when I'm off, I mean, I tend to write. When I'm at work, if a topic crosses my mind, then I would write it down as well. I mean, I would not be able to write a full blog, but in the pointers I have, I would be able to write it down.
So I see that um it's just part of your daily life, right? It's
Mhm.
not something that you like set aside, okay, let's take time to do this or time to do that. It just flows.
Yes, but initially when I just started the YouTube channel, well, even the blog, I would try to go out to get content. I would do videos for like 20 minutes. I would go around St. Lucia, visit different restaurants, or just do sightseeing, but that would not get many views. So
Okay.
it's like it was not reaching the audience I wanted. So I decided to branch out instead of focusing on only St. Lucia. Because I mean, you live in St. Lucia. So if you see a video about St. Lucia, you might just pass through it. So and since you're living in St. Lucia, you might not appreciate nature as the other people or the foreigners, should I say. So I decided to do something different. So instead of just going out on my off days to actually focus on one place, I started doing, well, just my daily life. If I'm cooking, I would take a video of that. If I go to the garden, because I love gardening, I'm a farmer at heart. So
All right.
I would just focus on that because of the views or
Yeah,
the ratings at the time.
got you. And I think I read somewhere, or I was watching a video on content creation, and they were saying that you shouldn't try to create, you should try to document. In that, people are very interested in your life story. People have interesting lives, and they oftentimes don't even realize how interesting their lives are and how interesting their lives can be to somebody else. Do you agree with that statement?
Yes, I do. Because sometimes, depending on what I blog about or vlog about, people would message me and tell me that it's relatable or I am such an inspiration. So it's just your daily life, just something basic. You might not even think it's that important, but the minute you put it out there, people will be like, okay, well, you know, she's relatable to me. And yes, I went through that. And then they would send positive messages and just say how I have changed their lives. So, yes. I believe that.
Nice. Game Changers proudly supports Kids Health Creative, a publishing house encouraging children ages 4 to 12 to live healthy lifestyles all while having good, clean fun. Get their latest book, Be Smart, at 10% off when you use promo code QUINST at checkout. That's QUINNST at checkout. Get yours today. Hello, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the episode. This episode was made possible through a platform called Riverside FM. It's a platform that I've grown to love, and it really does justice to creators. Unlike Zoom or other platforms, it records content locally and then uploads it to the cloud, so you have a seamless video. If you are a creator and looking to get into this space, this is the platform for you. Click the link down below to get started today. Have you gotten your official Game Changers merch yet? If not, what are you waiting for? Get yourself a hip, trendy t-shirt or hoodie that is sure to turn heads. T-shirts only cost $55 EC and hoodies go for $120 EC. Highlight your inner game changer. Get yours today. All right, so take me into your content a bit. You said you mentioned that type of videos, but what is your creative process like? So what would a typical video look like when you put it together?
Well, if let's say I would take a walk down the road or through my community. So I
Right?
would decide, well, what exactly am I going to do? I need to get something to catch people's attention. So I would try to figure out the landmark or the most important pointer at the time and then try to highlight it and just go around it gradually. And I do it in parts. But like I said, I started focusing on other things because I find in St. Lucia it's very difficult to get a solid audience. So it's almost like you have to focus on outsiders, but then how do you get that audience to watch your videos? So
Yes.
the marketplace, even with blogging, to I mean, yes, I'm a blogger, but who exactly will promote my content? And will Ministry of Tourism actually recognize my work, or if will they ever come across it? So yes, I put all that content out there, but like, where is the recognition? You understand?
Ah, yeah, for sure.
It's like there is no
I feel that.
platform in St. Lucia, or there is not an opening for people doing that type of work. Like no support,
It's true.
lack of support.
Yeah, and that can be a little bit disheartening sometimes, as a content creator myself, because ultimately, as a content creator, what you want to do is reach people. And if you do not see that you are reaching the audience that you want to reach, it can be a little bit disappointing, a little bit disheartening. So I feel you.
Yeah, that's true because sometimes even when I have a blog and then I post it, I'll just be like, okay, well, I barely got any views. So I would spend hours or days, even weeks writing just on one topic and like for what? Sometimes I'll be like, I should just stop blogging altogether. But at the same time, it's something I love doing. I don't know where it's going to take me, but it's just something that I am passionate about. So that's why I do it. But at the same time, it's like, who are you doing it for? Yes, I'm doing it for myself.
Right.
I want to reach people, but it's not reaching anybody.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, and it's a true struggle for us content creators sometimes. But I like you said, if it's your passion and it's ultimately something you're doing for yourself and something that you love, um, that part of your why will help you not give up, I guess, because it gives you joy, and if it gives other people joy as well, then it's a win-win, regardless of the limited views.
Yes, limited views and limited recognition from the relevant bodies. Because, in this day and age, it's like if you're not popular or if you've not gained recognition internationally, in your country, it's like, who are you? Yes, they might know about
Right,
you, but they will not embrace you as their own, nor will they promote your stuff.
for sure. Okay, now you spoke about that. What do you think can be done for content creators like ourselves
So,
to get more recognition?
well, I mean, we tend to promote on Facebook, but then with Facebook, it depends on the friends that you have and who share your content. But I don't know what exactly Ministry of Tourism or the government or whoever it is have in store for people like us. But if there is something, I don't know about it.
Right,
So at least just so that people can reach out and like you're doing the podcast, at least tell you who exactly to interview, or hey, I would like you to promote that person on your podcast, or at least tell me, well, hey, I would like you to write about that person, or at least let's liaise together, work together to accomplish something.
right. So support, just general support,
Support.
right?
But where is the support coming from and who?
Right. Yeah. Ultimately, it must come from somewhere. Yeah, I agree with that. But I think the best way to start is by helping each other. So, like a conversation like this. So I'm helping you, you helping me. I think like collaborations will ultimately help us out because um, if we depend on external bodies, we very well know that will be very difficult for us.
Yes, the external bodies prefer to recognize other parties, the outsiders, than their own. So locally, it's almost difficult to make it. It's like you have to think globally, internationally. So,
Yes, for sure. Now, you spoke about the reach you want to get, but who is your audience?
so my audience would be basically anybody, elderly, males, females, children. It doesn't really matter because my content covers healthcare, traveling, my personal life, things that are relatable to basically everybody. So, and hopefully, I mean, the world has almost 8 billion people. So why not have 1 billion YouTube subscribers, 1 billion blog subscribers, and 1 billion people that I could actually reach? That's the goal mainly. And to become a cultural icon, make a difference. So just be international with my content.
Nice. And I can relate to that because part of the reason why I started this podcast was it was an attempt at what I call timeless content. In that, whether I'm here or not, people must remember not just me, but remember my impact.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, people die every day, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not all people who are dying alone these days. Young people die very quickly these days.
Yeah.
You don't know what could happen. And this was an attempt at timeless content in that whether I am here or not, you know, people could remember, hey, this is what Queen used to do. And you maybe they can get some inspiration from it. So I relate to that a lot.
And I find for me, even if I am a nurse, I mean, I am so many other things. I don't want to be just considered as a nurse because I mean, I'm a farmer. I have a master's degree in public health. So I want to be considered as a master in public health where I could actually be a health educator, go around and just educate people, inspire them, motivate them to have optimum health and wellness and just to take better care of themselves. It's not just physical, but it's also mental, spiritual, emotional, psychological. So just all of these things. I want to be a philanthropist. I love to give. And I after my mom passed away on May 18th in 2020, I started a charity called Sonson Helping Hand, where I try to donate to individuals in need. So I would reach out to people, ask them if they have anything to donate. Because sometimes you have maybe a bag of flour or maybe a can of tuna and you don't even use it. It maybe is close to expiration. Like you just don't need it anymore. So I instead of just discarding it, why not give it to somebody else? So my mother was a giver at heart. May her soul continue to rest in peace. She would, if she had $1, she would give 75 cents and keep 25 cents for herself. So I started the foundation in hopes of continuing her legacy, which it was of giving. So that's why I started the foundation.
And I see that, sometimes, in fact, oftentimes, part of our purpose in life comes out from a painful situation. Because you spoke about, your mother passing. Obviously, that's hard for anybody. But I see that you try to continue, or you trying to continue her legacy by starting your foundation. Now, how do you reach these people with your foundation, though?
There are a lot of people who are actually in need. And when I say need, I don't mean like they need clothes and shoes, but just basic things like food. Even some people with the way they live, in deplorable conditions. Then we just turn a blind eye because we are not the ones being affected or it's not our relatives. And even if it's our relatives, sometimes we just don't care. So I find we can just do so much to give back to our community, our society, and even the world at large. So to reach them, some people they contact me via Facebook and they will tell me, well, they just had a child and they're unemployed right now. So whatever donation I can give to them, they would appreciate it. And then they are just so thankful. So
Right. So, in other words, you just help people who need help.
yes, I've distributed in Miku, in Cascades as well. I'm about to do something in Viewfort. So it's island wide.
Nice. So, how do you see that foundation growing, or how would you like to see it grow?
Well, I would like to have, should I say, maybe Massy to at least have a partnership with them where they donate to my charity and then I could dish it out to whoever is in need.
Ultimately, you're looking for sponsorship. They say if you want to go fast, you should go alone. But if you want to go far, you have to go together.
That is
And
so
it's
true.
that collaboration.
You cannot do anything on your own right now. You need people. We just need each other and we are social beings. So we cannot do it on our own.
Indeed, indeed. And I hope somebody from these institutions would see this program and would be willing to invest in such a worthy cause, because it is a worthy cause and people need help.
People need help.
So,
and with these agencies too, sometimes there are things that are close to expiration. You will see them on sale on the shelves, yes. But then sometimes they have these big batches, so why not give it to people? Instead of
yes,
maybe having to just discard it.
for sure. Yes, and I think that's an amazing initiative, and you should continue doing it, because as much as you know that you're helping people, ultimately you not truly understand what it could mean for somebody who doesn't have. Because for them, for you, you're giving something, yes, and that's amazing. But for them, it's a difference between not having something to it and having something to it, which is a massive difference.
And to just feel like somebody cares and they're not alone.
Yes. Everybody needs that. Everybody needs that. All right. So we're moving on to my personal favorite segment of a Game Changers interview. This is the quick hitter segment. So it will tell a little bit about Rema the person, and it will tell about what you like. Because we know that you are a person of many passions. So these questions will tell a bit more about you on the personal side. All right.
Okay.
So first question: what type of music do you like to listen to?
Honestly, I listen to all types of music. It depends on my mood at the time. Feel religious, I listen to gospel. When I am not so religious,
Mhm.
I listen to Cartel, I listen to Alkaline, and I love Burna Boy.
Wow,
So I listen to Ampa. So every type of music. There is no specific music I like.
interesting. Every creative person that I've had on this podcast cannot pick their favorite type of music. I guess that's something with us. You know, we just like everything.
We are people of
You
many
know, anything
talents.
that appeals to us,
Mm-hmm.
we like.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Now, Apple or Android?
Android.
That's a question I ask everybody. Okay. Why?
Well, that's what I have.
Oh, okay. I guess that's fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Um, and my final quick hitter question: you're invited to dinner with three people from history, and history could be yesterday. Who are you taking with you?
I would love to meet Bob Marley. I just find he's interesting, honestly speaking. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and the songs that he, what should I say, has. I mean, he's no longer,
Mm-hmm.
yes, has because they're still here. They're,
All right.
the lyrics are interesting, so I am intrigued by him. So I'd like to meet him. Nelson Mandela as well. And who else should I say? I don't mind meeting Barack.
Barack Obama.
Yes.
That's a great. That's a great dinner, man. You'll have some good conversations. You'll have some good conversation. Okay. So we're wrapping up. Rima, how can people get in contact with you?
So my YouTube channel is Sonson. That's REEMS
Mm-hmm.
I am on Facebook as Rim Sonson and Our Tropical Living, Nurse Fontenelle, Sonson Helping Hand, and 365 Motivation now, a whole lot.
Right.
I have a website, ourtropicalliving.com. You could message me on that. I have TikTok, Rim Sonson, Instagram, Rim Sonson, Sonson Helping Hand, Our Tropical Living. So I have a whole lot of places that you could reach me if you need to. Charge a small fee to blog about anything personal. So if you want me to write a personal blog for you, I charge a fee. But if you want to invite me to your institution where I just dine, then I mean, I come, I do an inspection of the food, the place, and then I mean, I blog about that.
Nice. That's that's interesting. So I think small businesses should definitely get in contact with you because you know you help promote their products, and I definitely think they can you see you as an asset because ultimately marketing is what we need as small businesses.
Yes, that's true. And I've been doing it for free for the past 2 years, and they will pay outsiders to do it. But like I said,
Right.
mostly it's about popularity. I mean, if you follow people on social media, you will see if they have a million, maybe followers, then of course you will call them to come and
Hmm.
promote your content or whatever you have, your business. But for people like me with not so many people, I mean, it's like, who am I?
Right. Right. I understand.
Yeah.
Yes, and you know anybody who is interested in promoting their business will not have issues investing in it, or at least shouldn't have issues investing in it. So I think they would see you as somebody who they should contact.
Hopefully.
All right. Hopefully, yes. All right. So my final two questions to you. As a content creator, I know that we are inspired by people. You know, people inspire us all the time. Who inspires you?
Well, my mom, yes, she's no longer here, but from a child, I mean, she was my backbone, my everything, my bestie. And she was always motivating me and she always believed in me. She would always tell me that I could do something, even when I started my degrees and I felt like giving up. She'd always be like, but you're almost done, so just hang in there, be patient. And so my mom, everything I'm doing right now, it's for her.
Beautiful. Yes, and I love how you keeping her legacy alive. And I know she'll be proud of you. Really proud of you.
When people die, you know that when they see you see their true value, and that is so true.
Mm-hmm.
People are alive, you will take them for granted. I mean, it's like, okay, well, you're there, so whatever. I know you're going to be there when I come home or tonight, so like I
Mm-hmm.
don't need you. But when they're gone, and I mean, you don't see that person anymore, like that's it, final. So it's just about embracing each other, having love for each other, supporting people, and being present.
Yes, that's true. Being present. Okay, so my final question. A young person is watching this interview and wants to become just like you. What would your advice be for them?
Do not give up. Even when you think what you're promoting, what you're writing, what you're showing, whatever talent you have, you might feel like, it's pointless, it's useless, it's undervalued, underappreciated. You're not getting the ratings that you would like, you're not getting to do collaborations or have partnerships, but just always believe in yourself. I mean, you started it for a reason, you know your why. So just stick to your why and everything else will follow. Just don't think about having fame or money, but just do it because you really have a desire to do it. You love what you do, and it will come easy. But to reach people, that might be difficult and it might take time. It's not an overnight process. So just be patient and believe in yourself.
Yes, that's great advice. And I would encourage anybody listening to take that advice to heart because ultimately, that is what success is about. Following your passion and not giving up when things are hard.
Like I always say, you have to follow your passion and let your passion follow you. So,
Definitely. Okay, Rima, this was an amazing interview. It was great insight. You know, I always look forward to speaking to people like you, and you've inspired me today. I hope that I have done something for you as well.
yes, I mean, you're trying. I can see that you're pretty young. I mean, you're interviewing people. Well, your shirt says change the, I cannot
Game, yes,
or change the game. And I know that your podcast is game changer. So obviously you want to make a difference. You want to be impactful. You want to inspire others, and you want to contribute.
yes.
You have a lot going for you. So just continue the good work.
Thank you very much. Okay, guys, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe on YouTube, and we're on Spotify. We're on Google Podcasts. We're everywhere that you get your podcast. So look for us there and follow our content. As I always say, download the episodes. Maybe you're on your way to work. Maybe you're doing something at work and you want to listen to some inspiration. Download these episodes and listen to them whenever you want. Anyway, guys, remember to stay hungry. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.